I don't put bumper stickers on Ferraris.
So what if I don't like peanut butter? Sue me.
All right.
Oh man, had to throw the countdown in there. Last minute, had to run to the bathroom, and that was supposed to go up like 2 minutes ago because it's a 2-minute countdown, but just kind of got caught up in the conversation. So sorry for the little delay, but I had to go to the little boys' room. But we're here.
Props to Joe on the ones and twos. Joe is the mastermind. He is the producer of the show. So no, that was really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
So welcome on in, everyone. Welcome to the showgram. If you are new here, Beer Talk with Kyle and Joe. I'm Kyle. That is my cousin Joe. And Joe, I see you're rocking the winter hat already. Let me get a peek at that. Is that plain black? Or?
Dude, just plain black, man.
Okay.
Just simple. Dude, the wind is going nuts out there. So let's see how long this crappy Armstrong internet that I have lasts. Because But man, dude, I'm excited. We got an awesome show. I know our guest is waiting in the green room, ready to hop on here, and we're going to bring him on in a minute. I'm sure you guys have seen the posts on Instagram if you have Instagram. But we have Pete from Damn Yankee on with us for the very first time. I believe our newest affiliate. And we're so excited to launch 2 new holiday scents with Damn Yankee. And I don't want to waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get our
ladies
guest
and
on.
Gentlemen. Pete.
Bring him on, huh?
I said, ladies and gentlemen, Pete.
That is the best intro on YouTube. Thanks. That's awesome. Nice.
That's all, Joe.
Very cool. All right. So without further ado, Mr.
There
Pete
he is.
himself. Right. What is going on?
What's up, brother?
What's happening? Did you feel pressure during that countdown? Did you feel pressure to take care of what you had to take care of in 2 minutes?
I was slick and I was very cautious. The last thing I wanted to do was work the zipper too quick. So I was very cautious. I made it though. I made it. That was like a slow 2 minutes on that timer. So, but hey, we're here and you're here and man, we're so excited for it.
As we learned this week, you never go during the gig. You never go during the gig.
No.
Oh.
So, we got people piling in really, really quick early into the stream. Got William, Aldemir, Ellie, Mark, Donald, Satisfied Senior. I don't know. That might be new. Are you new to the channel? He says hello to all. Thought I'd join the festivities. Awesome. Are you familiar with him, Pete?
I'm not.
You're not? Okay. Sometimes when we have certain guests on, they bring a new crowd, which is always appreciated. So just wanted to make sure. But we have Chris who says, what is going on, you sexy internet stars, you? Oh, and you too, cousin Joe. Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
I can't guarantee that I'll be bringing a lot of viewers into the show, but who knows?
Yeah, that's all right. You never know. We got Matt, Jared, Kenneth, Jason, Brad. Man, we got the crew in here. So, and everybody else, keep those comments flowing and we'll make sure to highlight as much as we can. We do not want to take up too much time. We definitely have, again, a lot of content to cover tonight. I think Kyle said he has a story to share with everybody tonight that I'm excited to hear. I have no idea what that's
Pressure's
about.
On. Wow. Okay.
You told me.
Pressure's on now.
You told me yesterday.
I did. But no, guys, welcome to the show. Really excited for this one. We do have a affiliate discount code scrolling below, Beer Talk 15. So all beard products are going to be 15% off from Damn Yankee Beard Co. And we're going to be introducing 2 new scents tonight. And then we're also going to have some giveaways as well. So make sure you guys stick around for those. But Pete, man, I mean, for those who, maybe it's a refresher, for those who don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about Damn Yankee a little bit.
Well, we're based in Fort Worth, Texas. and I should say the suburbs of Fort Worth. But we launched in June 2018. So I never really grew out my beard until probably 2015, 2016. I went through a real series of unfortunate configurations before that, like the landing strip and the goatee and the just various things. And anyway, so I grew my beard out in like 2016, and my wife got me, one of those like starter beard kits that you get when you're first starting out.
Yep.
That
And
everyone has used at some point off of
Yeah.
Amazon or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, you know what, it works. It worked great. And I looked at the ingredients and I was like, man, that's really simple. So Damn Yankee literally started with me Googling how to make beard oil. And
Wow.
that's yeah. And I went through like 15 or 20 different websites, and I kind of made an aggregate recipe of things that they all seem to share in common. And that's where it started. And several of those initial launch scents we still sell today, like almost 3.5, 4 years later. So like Papa's Chair was the first one we ever did. And it still sells great. So it just, some of those original scents are still around, but it really was just about, because I'm kind of a cheapskate, so I didn't want to go buy anything. And so I just wanted to make it myself. And it's I've said this for a while, but if people knew how easy it was, I would be out of a job. But it's so it's just, it's just a way to hopefully get some good stuff out there, and some stuff that's not mass produced in a factory somewhere, and hopefully doing some people some good.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So I've been wanting to ask for a long time. Obviously, this is a perfect opportunity. Is there background behind the name, or are you just like, you know what, it sounds cool, let's roll with it?
Yeah, no, that wasn't the original name. I don't know if I've told this story a lot, but the original name was going to be Dirty Hippie Beard Company. And fortunately, my wife is a lot smarter than I am, and she pretty much nixed that from the get-go. So it's an inside joke that we have, because my wife is a native Texan and I am not. So, even though I've lived here, 40, almost 50 years, but so I'm still a Yankee because I wasn't born here. So
okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
no, Texans are ridiculous. It's like, if you're a native Texan, it's great, and if you're not, you're still, you get othered so easily around here if you're not from here. So
I could
so
see
it
that.
started as an inside joke.
Yeah. So where were you born? Where are you
I
from?
was born in outside of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I've lived in the Dallas area since 1975. So it's been a little while.
Yeah. And they call Fort Worth the Little Dallas, right? Do I have that right?
Yeah. I mean, there's some subtle differences. Dallas is a little bit more cosmopolitan than Fort Worth is. Fort Worth is like a cowboy boots with basketball shorts kind of town.
Okay.
So that's kind of how we roll around here. But Fort Worth has got its own thing going on. But it's a fun town, and culturally, there's a lot of things going on here, and so
awesome.
yeah, so it's just, this is home for me, and we've been looking at a move maybe at some point down the road, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. So in the chat, a lot of love for you, a lot of love for Damn Yankee.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of the people in here have dabbed into your company a little bit. If you guys who are in the chat have not tried Damn Yankee, let us know. I'm curious. But I have a feeling the majority of people have dabbed just a little bit into your company.
Well, it's appreciated.
Matt Foley says you got a gangster mustache, Pete.
You do.
Well, I really largely untouched for the last couple of years. I kind of trim the ends just to even them up every now and then, but I don't do a lot with it. Yeah, I briefly considered making mustache wax, but I just don't know. I mean, I don't know that there's that many guys out there that use it. Um, so I made a little batch for myself, but that's about it.
Gotcha.
But
Very
yeah,
cool.
no, just largely untouched. I just kind of even the ends up, and that's it.
I'm seeing a decent amount of people saying they have not tried
Yeah. I'm
Damn
a
Yankee.
little
Yeah,
surprised. And
Yeah.
I'm really hoping by the end of tonight that number dwindles down a little bit. Because
Mm.
yeah, we were I would say late to the game when it
Oh
comes
yeah,
to
for sure.
Damn Yankee. And yeah, when we finally got into those products, man, it
Mm.
was
And
just instant.
I love about this industry that you can be like an OG in the game and only been around for like 3 years, and that's it makes me
Right.
happy.
I was thinking that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like
You're one of the companies that we've worked with or work with that is like a veteran company. So that's
Mhm.
funny. I was thinking the exact
yeah,
same thing.
yeah. I mean, you could be a veteran and only be 3 years in it, which is hilarious. But no, I mean, it's really appreciated. I mean, and it's definitely everything here is hand done. I mean, we don't make hundreds of beard oils at a time and just leave them sitting there. I mean, so it's a really small operation. If people knew how small it was, they really would freak out. But
Yeah.
it's yeah. So I try hard not to make it look like my shit is homemade. But I mean, at the end of the day, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what's going on. But
That's the feeling beard, Pete. It really is. You can really feel that. It makes a difference, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
So, Brad, this is a very good statement. I know
Mm,
you wrote this as a statement, and we
yeah.
are going to touch on that,
Mhm.
but we do want to go ahead and introduce the scents that are being released tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely want to touch on the Harry Potter scents. We actually covered that, I believe, in our latest Damn Yankee review.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely go back in our videos and check that out in regards to what we
Yeah.
had to say. Super fun sense,
Yeah.
definitely, but we'll get into more detail about those here in a minute. So yeah, let's not waste any more time, and
Yeah. And Joe, real quick, Joe, and I want to dive into those real quick. Just Pipe Bomb is my all-time favorite from Damn Yankee. Pipe Bomb changed me from a flat out do not like tobacco scents to a tobacco scent fan. It's got to be done right. But
Oh,
if
nice.
you're like, Kyle, your lights are flashing. I know, Nick. I accidentally stumbled across finding that out, and I'm just like, I'm going with it. But no, Pipe Bomb is fantastic. When I first got it, I was like, oh man, I don't like it. And I wore it like twice and it just grew on me. So if you're like, I've never tried Damn Yankee, I want to kind of start at like a fan favorite type of thing, Pipe Bomb all the way.
Nice.
So yeah,
I
Joe, kick us off,
that.
man.
Yeah.
We're coming up on the 3-year anniversary of that scent.
Wow.
That was one of the first new ones we released. I think it was like February 2019.
Wow.
And a lot of people initially were turned off by it because it's super strong in the bottle. Like you open that up and it's just kind of like a big face punch of like cherry and other stuff. And once you get it in beard, it settles down pretty quickly. In fact, I mean, there were a couple of really well-known reviewers early on who wouldn't do it just because they smelled it out of the bottle and just bottled it back up and said nope. So
yeah, it's the sweetness. It's that back note of sweetness for me that I really like.
Well, so I mean, the nice thing about pipe tobacco, is that it's really versatile, right? So, I mean, I have scents like Cavendish where the pipe tobacco is like front and center, and then there's other ones that you may not even necessarily know it's in there, like cedar tobacco vanilla. It's kind of in the background, and it's mostly just to kind of mellow out the cedar a little bit because cedar sometimes can be pretty sharp and kind of biting if you use too much. So it's really versatile, and I had to stop using it because I was putting it in everything, and I was like, I became known as like the tobacco guy, and it's like I don't want to be the tobacco guy. I want to be the like the good smelling beard stuff guy. Why can't I be that guy?
Yeah. And honestly, like in all honesty, that was kind of the vibe that I got from you when I first started hearing about Damn Yankee. And it took a while for me to develop an appreciation for tobacco, cigar type scents. And I will, that's probably a reason why, at the very least, that we were late to the game with you, because me and Kyle kind of share very similarities when it comes to tobacco scents. However, though, I would say our appreciation for them has definitely grown. And yeah, Pipe Bomb is great. It just has such a unique, it's just so unique, and it just has a lot to it. It's definitely not a one-dimensional scent by any means. So,
well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. So,
all right, Joe. Let's go ahead and dive right into it, man. I'm excited to talk about these.
All right, so yeah, we got 2 cents, but we're gonna go ahead and we'll do these one at a time. And I'm gonna go ahead and I will, after I introduce them, I will share the Damn Yankee website as well, so you can kind of get a breakdown of that. And then yeah, just Pete, I would love to hear just the method to the madness behind these really unique holiday scents. So the very first one is none other than Twig and Berries. And the scent profile on that is cranberry, pomegranate, white birch, and cinnamon. So, Pete, go ahead and talk to us about this one, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, really, this starts back in. Oh, thanks, Disney. I appreciate it. This really starts back in the summer. Typically before we go and we do seasonal stuff. Like, so for those who haven't been on the website, we have like 6 or 8 scents that we run year round, that are kind of our core, Papa's Chair, Barbershop, CTV, and some other Pipe Bomb and some other ones. And then we'll rotate in and out seasonal stuff like the, and I can't say Harry Potter, so I'm going to say Copyrighted Wizards series that we did back in the fall. I'm not trying to get sued. And so we rotate stuff in and out. And so back when I was testing stuff out, typically I'll go through, sometimes 20 or 30 different combinations of fragrance oils, essential oils, and different things. And until I find something that I kind of like. And this was one of those ones that originally was going to be a version of this was going to be back in the fall. And I wanted to do something different, like we were talking a little bit earlier. I knew coming up into the holidays, there were going to be a lot of sugar cookie scents and gingerbread men scents and everything else. And I kind of try to sidestep all of that as much as I can. And because I'm not going to bring anything to those scents that somebody else isn't already doing. So I try to kind of come at it from a different angle. And, cranberry, I mean, let's be honest, you really only eat that one time a year. I mean, you don't sit around in like July with a bowl of cranberry.
Right.
So, and I found, another oil that was kind of a woodsy cinnamon scent, if that makes sense. And I really liked it, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. So I just wound up kind of combining all of those elements together. One thing that's worth noting is that both of the holiday scents have a little touch of cinnamon, which I know has kind of a reputation in the beard community. My skin is super sensitive to cinnamon. I don't really use it that much, just because if I get it up here or somewhere, my whole face just goes beet red.
I've heard that.
So just, for you guys out there who don't handle cinnamon well, just know that the level is low enough in here where you can smell it, but it won't, it won't light your face on fire. So yeah.
I feel like it's kind of in there it helps bring out the cranberry and even the pomegranate a little bit more. It is unique. You do get a little bit of that cinnamon spice, but no, it's definitely not that overpowerful, brown sugar type cinnamon thing, that you would, imagine that could,
Well, and plus I just got off of the, a couple of the fall scents were super sweet. Like butterbeer and pumpkin juice were both pretty sweet. So I kind of wanted to not, overkill, with the sweet scents. I try not to do a lot of sweet scents anyway. So in that sense, butterbeer is kind of outside the box for me, but, so yeah, that's kind of where it came from. And the name is kind of a joke. Yeah, maybe some English or UK people might raise an eyebrow at that, but it's basically a dick joke is what that is. But,
yeah. Matt says cool vintage Christmas scene on the artwork there.
Yeah, really cool artwork. And the scent matches the artwork more than it matches. Like if you were to think, like if I think Christmas scent, I'm thinking pine, sugar cookie, or hot chocolate. Right. This is nothing like any of those. It really almost matches the artwork beautifully. It smells like Christmas morning at Grandma's house. And I told that to Pete earlier. It's not sweet. It's very seasonal. It's very different. It's a lot stronger in bottle. It calms down really nice in my beard. It's nice.
Yeah, and that's going to be the same story with both of these scents, and we'll get into the second one here in a minute.
Right.
But yeah, they both are strong out of the bottle and just really smooth it out in your beard. And like the scenery that I imagine when I'm wearing Twig and Berries is like literally just the nighttime of Christmas Day. The kids just went to bed. You and the spouse have the lights dimmed. You guys are having a glass of red wine and you have the fireplace going, and Christmas is kind of just like wrapping up. You get that just nice. It's kind of a holiday romantic scent. Yeah, that's what I get out of it.
Could see that.
It's so funny. I mean, every day around here, the house smells like something different. So for me and the missus, a romantic scent around here is unscented. That's, that's
thank goodness.
That's the only way romantic happen right here.
Yeah. Hey, Eric. Hey, Mike. Welcome. Let's go to our second one here. And I was thinking about it earlier today. I honestly can't decide. I always pick. I can't decide which one I like better. So this one is Christmas AF. If you like the artwork on the first one, you'll really like the artwork on this one. I know Joe will pull it up. But while he's doing so, the profile on this one is orange, ginger, spruce, and cinnamon. So this one's a little more typical Christmas, but not typical Christmas at all. But compared to the other one, maybe it's a touch more, only because that orange kind of brings it home for me personally.
Yeah.
So see, this is more like where that's like a vintage Christmas scent. This is modern day, and the artwork tells that story first and foremost to me. Because I don't think when you think Christmas, orange and ginger don't really come to mind to me.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about the orange. Maybe it's the combination of orange and spruce with that back note of cinnamon that reminds me of Christmas. I don't know. Or it's just in my head. I don't know.
This is one that we originally did 2 years ago. And it was a similar profile. The only thing that I changed this time around was I added ginger to this one. And I went back. I mean, it had different artwork, different labeling 2 years ago, but I've archived all the scents that we've released. I still have little bits and pieces of them laying around. And not too long ago, I revisited the one from 2019, and I opened it up, and it was like someone cut down a spruce tree and it landed directly on your face. It was too much. It wasn't balanced the way that I would balance it now. So this is hopefully a new and improved version. It's still basically the same profile, but it's a lot more balanced than it was 2 years ago.
Nice.
Hey, Barbecue Steve, thank you so much for hopping in here. It's always good to see you. You got, just because Steve's in here, we got to give a shout out to Steve and his YouTube and his Instagram. You got to go follow Barbecue Steve if you love good barbecue, smoking, grilling, all that kind of stuff. just absolutely kills it. Me and Kyle have learned a lot about smoking and barbecuing because of that guy. So definitely go check him out. But always a pleasure to see you, buddy.
Yep. So Pete, I'm curious if they're looking for Christmas, obviously you want to pick up the pair. But if they're looking to pick up one and they're like, I'm into more typical Christmas scents, what would you recommend? I know it's a personal preference and it's subjective, but I'm just curious your thoughts on it.
Yeah. I think for my money, Christmas AF has more of a track record. Twig and Berries is brand new. But Christmas AF did pretty well in 2019. So there's that. I was mentioning a little bit earlier too, that with the exception of the little touch of cinnamon, that's actually a fragrance. The other three are essential oils. So Christmas AF is more, on the natural side. So if that's important to you, that's always one to go with. Okay. For me, and I do something with spruce pretty much every year. In fact, last year I just released it by itself. I like it that much that I just released a spruce oil. For my money, spruce and cedar are my two go-to kind of woodsy oils. So I have done a lot with pine, but yeah, for me, spruce kind of says holidays and Christmas tree. And so if you had to just pick one, I would probably go Christmas AF, just personally.
Christmas AF, gotcha. Yeah. So real quick, people are talking about the artwork. It is fantastic. And then I tried showing it off earlier. So both of these come in the 1 ounce oil tube. So just FYI, those always look awesome on the shelf. So keep that in mind as well.
And those are the tubes are strictly for the Sterling series, correct?
Yeah, exactly. So we're doing original blend also. And if you're not familiar, our original blend is sweet almond, coconut, jojoba, argan, and broccoli seed. And we just released a new blend earlier this year called Sterling. Sterling is broccoli seed, argan, kukui nut, and castor oil. So yeah, the tube is just strictly Sterling. If you order original blend, it'll just kind of be the bottle on its own, but the labeling and everything is pretty much the same.
Yeah. Is that the Plants vs Zombies?
It is. It is from Plants and Zombies. That is not original. That is not original artwork. Okay. But it made me laugh. So
there you go.
Mark is saying I need some Sterling for sure. Gosh, honestly, I can't decide which one I like better. I love how different the Sterling blend is, but man, they both feel amazing. But if you are looking to try something different, I would definitely say go with the Sterling blend.
Yeah. Talk about the Kukui Nut Oil a little bit.
So this story goes back probably about a year. About this time last year, we were really kind of developing that blend, and the idea was I wanted to take the best oils from the original blend, and for me, that's broccoli seed and argan. Really kind of give you the most punch. And then that beard guy, Kansas City, Dave, turned me on to Kukui Nut Oil. I'd never heard of it. And I was like,
I'm just saying,
it's a little wacky, but I'll try it. And so I got some, and it was amazing. The difference was I never planned on releasing another carrier blend. And I just made this for me because, my beard is fairly gray and fairly dry. So I wanted to try something just for me. And it worked so well that I wound up releasing it. And so, yeah, really props go to that beard guy, Kansas City, nice. Dave, for that, because he's the one that turned me on to Kukui Nut Oil. My thing has always been, and I see other beard companies, and again, not knocking anybody, but I see other beard companies that have 10, 15 different carrier oils in their blend. And I'm like, that's great. But could you really, if you took out the, I don't know, Moroccan rose hip seed oil, are you really going to miss that with the other 12 oils you got in there?
Good point.
And some people might, but For me, I like to try to keep things as simple as I can, and if it works, then I tend not to screw with it. So
Camel Cam wants to know if either of these 2 cents will come out as candles.
I was adding these products to the website a couple hours ago, and I was thinking about putting candles on. Really, I mean, any of the beard scents can be ordered as a candle. I need to probably go in and revamp that, but the answer is yes. I will go in tonight and add them on as candles. I think probably either of them would make a good candle scent, but
oh yeah,
I would lean towards Twig and Berries for a candle, I think. But yes, I would say either or can be good.
Essential oils tend not to have as much throw as fragrance oils do. So that's why I try not to make a ton of candles with essential oil scents, just because they kind of tend to get lost. And but yeah, I mean, I think either one of these would make a good candle. So I'll throw those up tonight after we finish here.
Awesome. Cribs, what's up, brother?
Yep, Beard Swag, Cribs. John from Bloombeards is in here. Any new soap scents in the future?
Jay Cruz, what's up, man?
What's up, Jay Cruz?
Yeah, good question here. And then let's go after that, we'll do a giveaway, and then I want to talk about the butter. Been waiting all night.
Oh yeah. Soap scents. So we just added a new one not too long ago. We added patchouli, which I know kind of a strange choice to take a shower with patchouli soap, but if you're a patchouli guy, we've got that going on. There may be some coming in the future. The problem is it's more of a logistical problem. When I bring these in, I have to bring a lot of them in, and if they don't sell, then I'm kind of stuck with them. So the short answer is yes, there probably will be, but I'm not sure what that looks like yet. There will be more coming in terms of bath and body products in general in 2022. So there will be, I'm focusing more in 2022 on what I'm calling Damn Yankee Botanicals, which is going to be all natural, like shower stuff. So spring 2022, we're going to be launching 4 scents that are specifically bath scents. They're not going to be beard stuff. They're just specifically going to be bath scents and all essentials and natural Castile soap.
Linwood wants to know back to school bar soaps.
Probably not, to be honest with you, because that collection's going away in like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it would be great, but I just that collection's about to.
What's up, Nick H?
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's give away. Pete, what do you want to do first? Christmas AF or Twigs and Berries?
Let's do Christmas AF. Let's
right.
do it. Let's do a sterling oil.
All right. So this is a sterling oil, orange, ginger, spruce, and cinnamon. That's what that looks like there. And that's what we're going to give away. Good catch, Joe. I almost forgot to.
That's why I cut you off.
No worries.
You left a good enough pause, but I was
No worries, man. Good catch. Like Vato said, only enter once. You might get prioritized. Enter twice, you get disqualified. So those who are new here, I will give you a range of numbers. You select one. The person who gets it correct on my screen first is the winner. Please only enter once.
Do you ship out of the U.S.?
On giveaways? Would it be crappy to say U.S. and Canada?
No. Honestly, that is exactly why we ask.
Yeah,
that's a good
question.
We've been burned without, and it's been our fault for not even asking. So
no, that's a great question, and it's been a thorn in my paw for several years. But the absolute minimum for me to get over to the UK or Europe is like $35 or $40.
Makes sense.
I believe it.
Yeah. So it's just insane.
All right. So these giveaways will be for U.S. and Canada.
Sorry, everybody else.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Bearded Troy, what's up, man? All right, guys, have your fingers ready. When I say go, please go ahead and give me a number 15 through 30. Go ahead and go 15 through 30. Please only enter once. I caught that too, Casey. Thorn in my paw. I like that. All right, I do see at least one winner.
Vado
All right.
says only go once. So if there's people in there going more than once, can't do it.
Yep, I do see the winner. I am just double checking.
While he's checking, do you drive snowmobiles?
I don't. We don't have a lot of need for those down here. To be honest with you, I mean it snows here maybe once every 2 or 3 years, and
Right.
and when it does, it just kind of lightly coats everything and makes it annoying to get to work for a couple of days, and that's usually it. Texas is nice for like about 3 months out of the year. Like we're just now getting to the point where it's a nice living here, and then then it'll be hot as blazes again in like 3 months, and then it'll be done. But yeah, that
I
never
can't
happened.
decide if I want 100-degree heat or the winter. Honestly, I can't decide because
100 degrees. 100 degrees
That's
by far.
Yeah, that's the essence of being Texan, is that you're never quite happy with how it is outside.
Right. I don't think anyone is anywhere, to be honest. All right, guys. The winner and the only one who got it right I'm sorry. I think one other person did. But the first one on my screen was Ryan. I don't think he's won on our channel before, which is awesome. I don't
Not
think.
sure.
With the 28 bomb. Throw some love in the chat for Ryan, who
Awesome.
run a 1 ounce sterling Christmas AF oil.
Nice. Can they direct message you, Pete?
The best way to get a hold of me, is to DM me on Instagram.
Okay.
That goes straight to my phone. So yeah, that's the best way to get a hold of me.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Ryan, if you are on Instagram, shoot Damn Yankee a DM. And if you don't have Instagram, email us. Our email is in our description, which is
every
below, and we will get the information over to Pete for you.
Yeah.
Yep. Congrats, Ryan. Enjoy it, man. Make sure you follow up with us. Let us know how you like it. If we don't have IG, yep. So that's what Joe was just talking about. Our email address is on every single one of our videos. You can email us. We'll forward it over to Pete.
Congrats on that.
Brad, I did see that, man. You were like 3 people away. You guys probably submitted it a second or two away from each other. But hopefully next time. So we also are going to be giving away Twigs and Berries before the stream is over. So make sure you guys stick around for that. Pete, so I have been waiting to talk with you about this. Joe and I have talked about this many times. We haven't brought it up yet. I love your butter. Absolutely love it.
Oh,
so yeah, absolutely. We'll kind of describe what it is, but let me just start by saying this, and this will be fun for people who have not tried it. Do you consider it a hybrid, or this is a whipped butter, period?
A hybrid is probably more accurate.
Okay.
Right? Okay, so you probably know that, and a lot of guys out there have probably in hot weather gotten a butter at their doorstep that was fully or partially melted.
Horrible feeling. Yeah.
Then when you just you set it out on the counter overnight and you come back the next day and it's just a gritty, kind of weird, goopy mess. So what we try to do is get it from melted to solid as quickly as we can. So basically what I do is like kind of blast freeze it, and then let it come back to room temperature from there. But yeah, no, it is whipped just enough to not be super dense, but not so much that it's just nothing, right? I mean, I wanted it to be fairly substantial, but not so dense that it's, you're struggling to get it out of the tin.
Interesting. Okay. See, I have a different take on it, but it's when you call it a hybrid that
Mhm.
makes sense because if it's just a whipped, I'm going to say it's really dense. Now,
Mhm.
first of all, not that it matters. It's phenomenal butter. So we're focusing on the wrong things, but it's just very interesting because Joe and I have talked about it a few times. I've gone back and forth myself. I'm like, is this straight whipped? He does something different to it. I know he does. So it sounds like you don't whip it as much as a typical whip butter and then that flash freeze.
Yeah. And I'm going to say no to Chris. That is not bad.
No,
There are
not bad at
plenty of
all.
companies who I like their oils, but I absolutely love their butters. I don't think that's an uncommon
Yeah.
thing.
So we released the Sterling blend back in March, and since that time I've gotten a lot of questions about, hey, why isn't there a Sterling butter? And the short answer, well, there's two short answers. One of those is that there's a good chance there will be one in 2022, but um, Sterling, one of the big differences, and I don't know if you guys noticed this difference or not, but the the softness for me lasts a lot longer. For me, it's not unusual to get a good solid 24 hours out of it, in terms of before my beard turns into a pile of straw again. But so I haven't really used butter consistently for over a year, whereas I
Wow.
used to use it daily. So I just don't know that it's super necessary, but I think we're probably going to try it anyway, just because it's been requested. But it's funny. I mean, the butter is it's the exact same carrier blend that's in the original blend oil, and shea butter, and that's it. And I didn't
Wow.
feel weird about it until earlier this year, and Beards and Banjos did in typical Brian fashion, he made a spreadsheet of all these companies, and there were like 16 or 20 companies, and he listed out ingredient. He's thorough. I kind of love Brian. Anyway, so he listed these companies out and everything that was in it. And out of those like 20 companies, I was the only one that used like one ingredient, and I didn't feel weird about it until I looked at that. And I was like, either everybody else is doing something wrong or I'm doing something wrong. I wasn't sure. Um, so I haven't changed it yet. I don't know that I will, but I, I think it works. I mean, it's simple, but I think it works.
Yeah. One of the interesting things that you said, and I want to make sure I heard it correctly, is that a whipped butter makes your beard softer longer. Is that what you
Oh,
said?
sorry.
Or did
No, I was talking about Sterling, the Sterling
the
blend.
sterling is okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the reasons I released it for gray beards is because gray beards tend to be drier, than most, and mine's no different. I mean, it's when I wake up in the morning, it's just
Mhm.
everywhere, and it's just gross. But
Welcome
I
to my
noticed the
world.
Sterling, the softness lasted a lot longer. So I mean, that's the argument for making a Sterling butter, right? Is that um, is that it work in a similar way. So it's something I'm working on for probably 2022.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Mike, great question. It's hard to say without like someone watching you, but from what you're describing, you're either using too much oil, but most likely you're using too much butter. Because if you put oil in the morning, like most people, and then put butter in at night, assuming that's what you're doing, it should absorb in within 5 minutes or
Yeah.
so. Now, if you're putting oil and butter in the morning and it's still not absorbing, use a little bit less oil, give it a few minutes, and then put in the butter. But make sure you're not putting in too much.
Yeah. With the size beards that Kyle and I have at night, we're only using about a dime size amount of butter
Yeah, that's it.
per use, and
Yeah.
it doesn't look like it should be enough, but when you melt it down and get it evenly into your beard, just let it go, and you'll be surprised on how much uh, a little goes a long way when it comes
Yeah.
to butters, especially poured butters, the ones that are more dense and for
Yeah.
sure. But really, any butter would only recommend about a dime amount. And if obviously if your beard is shorter, you're going to want to use even less.
Pete, no, thanks for letting us know about the butter. I absolutely love your butter, and honestly, I love the oil and the butter. But I'm with Chris. If you were like, look, you can only use one Damn Yankee product the rest of your life, sorry, I'd be like, I'm using that whip butter. I really love it. I think it's an underrated product. I really do. I would love to see it pushed harder, to be honest. So I'm excited to. You said possibly 2022 a Sterling series with the butter. That'll create some buzz.
Yes, Mark Brown, good point. You want to have your beard a little damp. 80% dry is perfectly fine. Does anybody really know how to get to exactly 80%? No, but if you can get to that point, or at least around it for your best estimate, you'll be fine. A little bit damp. I use a spray bottle. I have a spray bottle in my bathroom, and I spray my beard before bed, and then I put the butter in there. It's actually nice to do that. So, yeah. Let's really quick before I know we're going through a lot in a short amount of time, but I know some people were asking about the back to school series. Let's touch on that a little bit for the people that may want to jump on it, especially since they are going to be going away in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, thanks, Way. Yeah, so and I think Joe, I told you the story not too long ago, but so my wife and I are both huge Harry Potter fans, more her than me, but I got into it, a little bit later.
My wife and I as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in fact, she would not accept my proposal until I'd seen all of the series. So we wound up doing it all in one night in 2014, and it's just kind of taken off since then. So I knew I wanted to do something Potter related because it's such a big deal in our family. In fact, I'm going to be at I talked about Universal not too long ago. I want to be there in 2 weeks, I think. We're going back.
Nice.
And Christmas at Hogwarts at Universal is if you're a fan, there's nothing like it. But anyway, so that really was kind of where it started. And I tried to bring in elements from the series, like pumpkin juice and butterbeer. And I wanted to bring in some, familiar places, from the castle itself or around the castle. So the forest and the restricted section. So that's kind of where the idea started. I think if I remember correctly, the first one that I really landed on was restricted section. Because I found an essential oil blend that smells exactly like an old book. Like that smell that you get when you open up a vintage book, and it's kind of not really musty. Musty makes it sound like it smells bad, but it just it's a very distinct smell. And that was
paper leather, aged paper leather type of thing.
Yeah. And so that's kind of where it started, and then just kind of took off from there. So butterbeer, I think, was the second one. And at Universal in Orlando, they actually sell pumpkin juice and butterbeer. And so I tried to replicate that in a scent as much as I could. So that's kind of where the butterscotch came from. And so the butterbeer that they sell there is non-alcoholic, which I remedied next door. And I threw a shot of rum into my butterbeer, which really just kind of took it up a level. And so that's kind of where the idea for that came from. But
nice. Yeah, I think when we did our review, I'm almost positive the restricted section was my favorite. I love the use of leather in it. And then you hit it with mahogany, which mahogany it's close between mahogany and teakwood as like my favorite like wood type scent, but I really love mahogany. And then just like adding lavender in there and the vanilla was a unique touch too. A lot like when you look at it, lavender shouldn't fit in this profile, and it does wonderfully as it
Yeah.
starts to taper down. I love it as a legit leather scent, though, for sure. Very unique, very cool.
I don't use lavender a lot because I think there are a lot of like dyed in the wool beard guys who don't like lavender for whatever reason.
It's probably my favorite profile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Love
thing I
lavender.
like about it is that it smells great. It's super versatile. And just from like a maker's perspective, if I'm being super honest about it, it's really inexpensive, right? So it's an element that I like to add because it smells great, it goes with everything, and it's cheap. So it's kind of an all around win. The only other scent that I have currently that's got lavender in it, I've got an old scent that's still on the website called Nightlight. That is cedar, lavender, and vanilla. And I currently only do it in 4-ounce butters, but that's a holdover from 2019. That's one of my favorites, I think, as well. But so lavender.
Cool.
Forbidden Forest has not gotten a lot going on. I mean, I still dig it, but I can see how it's not for everybody. Because it's definitely got, to put it charitably, it's got an earthy scent to it that I dig, but I can see there's some people who don't necessarily want their beard to smell like dirt. So
yeah, it's definitely it's a love it or hate it one for sure.
Mo, go drink a strawberry yoo-hoo.
Hey Mo. So yeah, was there more on this one, Joe, you want to cover, or do you want to go ahead and do our last giveaway?
No, unless anybody has any questions about that, go ahead and drop them in the chat. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with our last giveaway.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead and hit the
So more people dropping in, obviously. So we are dropping 2 new scents today: Christmas AF and then Twigs and Berries. We gave away Christmas AF before. We're going to give away Twig and Berries now. The scent profile is cranberry, pomegranate, white birch, and cinnamon. Very unique Christmas scent. All right, guys. So just like last time, I will give you a range of numbers. Please guess one number. Do not guess twice. And the first one who gets it right on my screen will be the winner. Grab a number here really quick.
I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm going to go a classic chocolate yoo-hoo all day, every day. But I have no problem with a strawberry yoo-hoo.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah,
I agree. All right, guys. When I say go, please go ahead and give me a number 1 through 15. Go ahead and go 1 through 15.
You know, speaking of the Bearded Shark, he and I might have a special announcement here around Black Friday as well.
Uh-oh.
Maybe.
Very cool.
Lots of things happening.
Nice.
Excitement.
Got some interesting things happening for Black Friday, one of which you guys know about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. I see one winner, and he is from, I'm almost positive he's from the Cleveland area. Actually, I am positive he's from the Cleveland area. But let me double check. He was the first one on my screen. And he was.
I've always wanted to know from Mosif, do you like regular chocolate milk as well, or are you just strictly like yoo-hoo? Because I know yoo-hoo is not like chocolate milk, but it's a chocolate drink.
That's a good question.
Do you like chocolate milk as well? I love chocolate milk.
All right. Jason is the winner. Almost positive Jason's from the west side of Cleveland. Almost positive.
Yeah.
Nice. Congratulations, Jason. And I'm almost positive he has Instagram. So
Yeah. No. I know Jason.
yeah.
Awesome, man.
All right.
Jason, congrats, brother. You have won a 1 ounce of the new Twig and Berries. Again, guys, this is cranberry, pomegranate, white birch, and cinnamon.
DM me on Instagram, Jason, because I will forget at some point. But yeah, just shoot me a message and I will remember.
Yep.
North
I just
Ridgeville.
DM'd you Ryan's information. He emailed us. So
Perfect.
Jason, I was just in North Ridgeville a few weeks ago. I wonder if I was close to you.
But backtracking a little bit, I was going to say thank you also. So to everyone who bought in on back to school, I wanted to say how much I appreciate it. That is the biggest selling collection we've ever done. I'm as shocked as anybody. I had no idea how it was going to go over. In fact, I remember, oh, there he is. He does like chocolate.
Yep.
I remember saying to somebody back in the summer before we released it that I wasn't sure how a bunch of testosterone alpha male beard guys were going to go for like a wizard themed beard collection. But there you go. It's hard to argue with those results.
That's awesome.
But, so where we go from there, I don't know. We'll see. I have no idea.
Very cool.
Your carnival series was really fun too.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I've had a lot of fun with that one. It's not selling that great, but it's okay. I still like it.
It's hard because some of those straight up just food scents. I mean, it's
So, I don't know if this is a great idea or not, but that collection is going to stick around. And I think I'm going to be adding to it over time. In fact, I think the first new edition of that collection will probably be in the spring. And so I'm still working on that one. But yeah, there'll be a new addition to that one in 2022. So nice. Yeah, lots of fun stuff happening. I was not going to do another tobacco stunt for a while just because I, kind of wanted to not be the tobacco guy, but there's another one of those coming as well. And it had to be something really, really interesting for me to put out another tobacco scent and because I wasn't going to. And this one, I think, is really going to blow people away.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. So if you just kind of came in, guys, again, we are releasing Christmas AF and Twigs and Berries, 2 new holiday/Christmas scents that really are fantastic. Totally different spin on Christmas scents. Pete, thanks for coming on the show. Thank you so much for the giveaways, for the discounts. Really appreciate it. Those are things I say it every week. You do not have to do that whatsoever. That is money out of your pocket. So a huge thank you. Let's throw some love in the chat for Pete.
Yeah. If you haven't done so, we always appreciate you guys hitting that thumbs up. We appreciate your guys' support every week. It's always a blast, doing these streams for you guys. And yeah, Pete, dude, you killed it tonight, man. Good job.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me. And thanks for everyone who's, supporting you guys and supporting me. And, Ellie, thank you. We're all doing what we love, and so we appreciate the support, and if you guys want to keep us around, then we'll be around as long as you'll have us.
Good way to look at it, yeah. So it's scrolling below, guys. But again, Beard Talk 15 is our affiliate discount code. That is good forever. So you guys can save 15% off. People were asking, I know we missed it. Someone was like, what was the recommendation that you said? If you're just looking to start with Damn Yankee and you're looking for something kind of popular, Pipe Bomb, highly recommend.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that comment earlier.
Pipe Bomb and his barbershop.
Yes.
Just 2 amazing scents. So really it's going to depend on your preference first. If you like tobacco, though, you definitely got to go Pipe Bomb. And he's got a really nice, clean Barbasol type barbershop that is just fresh, clean, really, really, really good. So
so fresh and so clean.
All the profiles are there on the website, and if anybody has any questions, they can DM on Instagram, or they can get me at damnyankeebeard@gmail.com. Support at damnyankeebeard.com. So it's hard not to get a hold of me in some way.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Again, a huge thank you to Pete for everything. If you have not tried Damn Yankee, I don't know what you're waiting for. Give them a try. We touched on the butter a little bit tonight, but it is absolutely fantastic. So make sure you give that a shout. Joe, close us out.
You guys, just seriously, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure. Next week is a crazy week. It's obviously Thanksgiving week, and of course, Thanksgiving falls on a Thursday. So our stream next week will actually be Friday night at 9 o'clock. We will be doing a Black Friday episode on 9 o'clock. So. Not Thursday, but Friday we will be around and we will put up those reminders on Instagram. But seriously, guys, thank you so much. Have a great night. Pete, you're the man. Thank you so much. Keep killing it, dude.
See you guys.
All right.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.